Hello, Scorpio, my wonderful fellow Scorpios. Merry Christmas! It's Caleb's Tarot here. Right then, we're going to be doing your 15th to the 31st, I believe. Is that right? Yeah, 31st of December. Of course it fucking is. 31st to the 15th to the 31st of December. Right, I'm going to do a 9-card spread for everybody this half of the month. We did do general readings in the first half, so we're just going to do a 9-card spread and see what comes up. I'm aiming more towards the love department, but if anything comes up, I will let you know. Right then, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio. Back end of December, please. 15th to the 31st for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Scorpio. Okay, feels about right. Let's cut the deck and get stuck in. So, Scorpio, up first we've got the Two of Swords, Judgment in the reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Knight of Swords reversed, the Page of Pentacles at the centre, the Four of Swords, the Lovers, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hermit in the reverse. Okay, so some of these definitely do need clarifying, and we'll get there in a moment. But that top row, the Two of Swords, Judgment, and Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So let's take a look at that. So, there we go. For some of you in the recent past, it seems like you've had this realisation that you may have kept a blindfold on to, you know, it's almost as if deep down, you don't want to be on your own. Deep down, there could be someone or an idea of someone that you do want to be with. And it seems like you've blocked it out, or at least tried your damnedest to block it out. And you've been so convinced that there's no going back. And I think with the Two of Swords being there, that really is key to this. It's that blindfold over it. You know, am I making the right decision? Is this the right thing? Am I thinking straight? And I think that you're even questioning your own judgment a little bit here, Scorpio. So moving on more so into the present, if I can pick these damn cards up, we've got the Knight of Swords reversed with the Page of Pentacles at the centre, and we also have the Four of Swords. So despite how you really feel, I feel like you're just feeling pessimistic at this point. Despite how you really feel, there are small offerings. There is a gesture at least. And I think you're trying to lay the negativity to rest. I feel like that's what the Four of Swords is. I will clarify these, but I'm just running off intuition. It's almost like you're absolutely sure it came to an end. Maybe it did. Maybe it did come to a very abrupt stop. That is the energy of the Knight of Swords. And the upright is rushing in, and I suppose in the reverse, it's the upright is coming to a very abrupt stop. But there does seem to be, and the pages at the centre of your reading, there does seem to be small gesture. Whatever that means for you. Like I say, we'll clarify it. And I feel like you're just trying to lay your insecurities to rest at this point. And your doubts as well. Think something could have happened that's maybe made you think twice. And that's why I'm not looking at this Five of Pentacles in a negative way. I'm not, because, I mean, I've got two major arcana either side of it that are very positive. And as we all know, the majors do trump the minors. So I've got the Lovers, and this speaks of unions. Actually, two people coming together in agreement on the same page, and it's also that choice between heart and head. And with the Five of Pentacles and the Hermit, I feel like you have been out of it because you've been really trying to weigh up the pros and cons as to whether this is the right thing to do, this is the right way to go, and I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, you've come to the realisation that you have to shut out that pessimism. You have to shut out those doubts because shit's happening. That's how this looks to me. But let's be absolutely sure and clarify it. So I think I'm going to clarify with my Titania Star Tarot. So let me just give these a real good shuffle and then we'll get stuck in. I don't read these in reverse, by the way. They're not a deck that I'd read in reverse. So, if I turn them over, I'm not cheating, I swear. Right. clarification on this spread for Scorpio, please. 1 for the top, 2 for the middle, 3 for... Okay, the 2 of Cups has just fell out. And I'm being told to put this to one side. So this isn't actually part of the spread. It's more like a significator. 2 of Cups, Scorpio. Interesting how my intuition plays out, isn't it? So 1 for the top. Wheel of Fortune. 2 for the middle. The High Priestess. Sorry, Butterfingers today. And the Knight of Wands. And 3 for the bottom. The Magician. The 4 of Wands. And the Queen of Swords. Wow, okay. So in the past, the wheel has actually been turning in your favour, Scorpio, and you've not been seeing it. You've not. So there may have been signs there. There may have been little nudges and intuition nudges and things like that, and you've just not been paying attention. That blindfold has been on, and misunderstandings left, right and centre. Let's just put it like that. So in the now, we've got this High Priestess. So we have these small gestures coming in. Something came to an abrupt end, or so you thought. I think intuitively, I think you knew it wasn't over. Just, you know, it was just... with the Knight of Wands, it's clarification that things were just inconsistent. So that could have been, if this is love, you or them, just leading very busy lifestyles and not really able to sort of come together at that time. You know, small gestures are there. You know, little nudges like, hi, I'm here, that kind of thing. But I think deep down, despite, you know, your pessimism, I think deep down you knew that this wasn't quite finished with. And then, you know, it makes sense looking at the outcomes here. So, you know, with the Magician and the Lovers, absolutely manifesting a union, a partnership, because, you know, we also have the 2 of Cups significating this left, right and centre. You guys are on the same page. You feel the same way about each other, and things can only get better. I feel like what's been going on in the past are just doubts. Things, you know, maybe even if you're a couple, the relationship's there, it's still intact. You may just not have had enough time for each other. And maybe you have had doubts because maybe the year that you've had just hasn't been brilliant. And over time, there has been inconsistencies, but your intuition's always told you just to stay. Just to stick it out. So there is stability with the 5 of Pentacles. That's why I say it's positive. If shutting something out creates stability, it's got to be positive. Do you see what I mean? I always follow my nose with this stuff. And I genuinely believe, with this being next to the Hermit, and especially clarified with the Queen of Swords, I think you did take yourself in a corner and have a word with yourself. And I think that you did communicate with this person as well on a more deeper level about your hopes and your desires moving forward. Because don't forget, the Hermit carries the star in the lantern, and the star... You know, it's Star in the Tarot. The star will always represent optimism and hope and dreams and goals and wishes. And I think whenever I see the Hermit in the reverse, it's coming out of that step back. We've already stepped back. We've already really pondered this. And I think you've just gotten to a stage now where reality is what it is and you can't hide from it anymore. So we may as well actually start opening up. Intuition and psychic abilities at this point, Scorpio, are on fleek, if I can say that without sounding cheesy. Your intuition's right. And I do genuinely believe that these two could be running in tandem here. That this is something worth hanging on to, and I think deep down you always knew that. So, I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. Very, very interesting stuff. Before I go, we'll reel off some signs. So I've got Aries in here. I've got Virgo. I've got air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I've got Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I've got Gemini and Virgo again. So that helps any of you. Anywho, I'm going to leave that there. If anyone wants personal reading, feel free to email me. But do you know what? I just forgot as well. I didn't even throw you guys a romance angel or two. Let's do that now before I love and leave you. Just to pop that onto this spread. So I've got finance and career. That'll be the inconsistency with the Knight of Wands. That's that. Okay, we go, you know, inconsistency with each other, not having enough time for each other and things like that. It's work and finances and separation, yeah. So maybe you have felt separated from this person, but eventually you're going to want to give it a chance, so stick around. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Right, I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. If anyone's personal reading, my email's at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to email me. And I'm putting a flash sale up. So if you're watching this on the day that I'm uploading it, check the channel. There's going to be a flash sale in the run up to Christmas. And I wish you guys all the best. Have a wonderful, fantastic Christmas. And I'll be back around the new year to start reeling off January's first half of the month. You guys take care. Bye for now.